Hey guys, happy Friday, February 18th here, and we're about three and a half weeks away from Selection Sunday. So I thought it'd be a good time right now to take a look at the bubble. And the magic word on a lot of college coaches' minds right now is the bubble. How strong your resume is, how many top 50 RPI wins you have, bad losses you have, road neutral court victories are all going to go into the committee's big board on Sunday in Indianapolis, the second week of March, and going to decide who's going to make it and be that 68th team and who's going to be left out playing the NIT or the CBI. So I just thought I'd take a look at just the general bubble and how many teams really, how many locks we have right now. There aren't many. If you go conference by conference, the Big East you got about 6 or 7. They've got a lot of locks. You've got Georgetown, Connecticut, Villanova, Notre Dame, Louisville. Those teams are all locks. But then the West Virginia, the Marquette, the Cincinnati, the St. John's, those teams are squarely on the bubble. And for the Big East, you're going to have teams with middling conference records, maybe even an 8-10 record, but their RPI might be strong enough. And the committee's going to have to balance that out with a VCU or George Mason. If those teams don't, one of those teams is not going to win their conference, or a Missouri State who maybe doesn't win the Missouri Valley. So I think all those are going to be huge to decide fate. And you look at like the ACC, Duke, North Carolina locks, but again, Maryland, Virginia Tech, who's on the bubble every year. Those Florida State, where are those teams going to fall? The SEC, the SC East has got a lot of locks. I would think, Kentucky, Florida, Vanderbilt got a nice win over Georgia on Wednesday night. Those three teams are locks, but then Georgia, Tennessee, South Carolina, where are they going to fall in? If Alabama wins the SEC West with a 12-4 record, is that strong enough, even though their RPI could be over 50? So, that's something that teams are going to have to worry about. The Big 12, Kansas and Texas are locks. They're probably going to be 1 or 2 seeds. But then Texas A&M, Missouri, yeah, they're probably going to make it. But then after that, is Kansas State going to make it? Is Oklahoma State going to make it? So a lot of teams right now just with big questions in terms of the bubble. And if you look right here in Indianapolis, how about Butler? They've won 5 in a row. They're hot. They played a tough non-conference schedule. They hung in there with Duke. They won the Diamond Head Classic in Hawaii. But they might have to get to the championship game in the Horizon League tournament, and maybe that won't even be enough. I think the big thing is it's a weak bubble, and with 68 teams making it's even weaker. You're going to get 3 extra at-large teams. Or excuse me, 4 extra at-large teams. Well, 3 looking at it, and that's going to help things a lot. Arizona's a lock out of the Pac-10, but then after that, where's Washington? Where's UCLA fall? Does USC, if they get hot late, can they make it? The Mountain West, BYU and San Diego State are locks. In terms of UNLV or Colorado State, what teams are going to make it? So I think in these last couple weeks, the big thing the committee's going to have to look at is obviously how many neutral court road wins these teams have. And then they're going to have to start balancing resumes. You see it all the time on ESPN late in the year. They put up 2 blank resumes. They list the RPIs, the last 12 games, the road neutral wins, the top 50 wins. And a lot of the times it's not the teams who you think. So that's going to be big for the NCAA tournament to look at, put up blank resumes, put up Michigan State next to VCU, or vice versa, plug in Team A and Team B there. And right now I would not want to be in that room come Sunday because I think it's going to be very tough not only to see these teams, but also to pick the 68 teams that are going to make it. So this has been Kevin Bowen for a weekly blog on February 18th here. And if you guys have any comments, feel free to leave them on the website. Thanks.